Hello my friends, Nick here at Chernobog Studio. Today we are going to be having some fun with arpeggios in PreSonus Studio One. So this is pretty basic right now, but we're going to take it a step further in a sec. But first of all, let's start at the basics and see how we actually add an arpeggiator and what it's doing, and then we can have some more fun with it. So first of all, to add an arpeggiator to a MIDI track, we need to first hit F4 on our keyboard, which brings up this handy inspector window, and then you'll see this note effects section. If you just click the plus here, we'll be able to add an arpeggiator. As you can see from the MIDI here, we just have chords, but what the arpeggiator is doing is taking those chords and just running through it and playing each note one by one, giving us an arpeggiated version of that chord. Right? That's super awesome. So that makes it really easy for us to program stuff in that we want to have as arpeggios. We just have a bunch of chords and we select the length of them, and that's it. And then the arpeggiator would do a lot of the work for us. Next thing that we can do is we can start automating a lot of these parameters, and that's really where the fun starts with the arpeggiator. So when you have a sound chord progression that you like and you throw in your arpeggiator on it, now you want to start making it more interesting. You might not want it to just keep running through the same thing over and over again. You might get bored of it, or you're trying to do something interesting with your arpeggios. So let's see how we can do that. So when you have this arpeggiator window open, we can right click on a lot of these parameters, and you can see that it opens up this automation window. So let's start with the octave range. Let's edit the automation on the octave range. So what we can do now is it's opened up this automation view for us. So now we can actually kind of go in here, we can add a couple points, and then we can change the octave range. Let's go here and right, you see how now our arpeggio, instead of going through one octave range, it was going through two. So that was an easy way to add a change to our arpeggio. Super cool, super effective way to add some dynamics and interesting movement to your arpeggios. Let's go further. Let's automate this play mode here. I like this one too. This one's a lot of fun as well. So we can start changing, like we can go start getting funky. Let's put in a few different automation points, so that's gonna be a little bit more interesting. We can even have it play the chord, right? Chord mode. So let's check out some of these differences in the play modes and how it's going to affect our arpeggio. Right, that's pretty cool. That's, you know, we're having a lot of fun already, I'd say, with this arpeggio, and we are just getting started. Another thing we can do is we can actually go in here and we can put in a pattern length, and we can start kind of messing around with this as well, and we can add a lot of interesting sounds to our arpeggio by playing around with these bars here and affecting how the notes are going to be played. And we can even go in and further then automate this pattern length and kind of change how much of it's playing through the arpeggio section, and that's another interesting way to change the sound of our arpeggio. So let's do that. Let's go up to 16. So let's do this whole window here. All right, let's see what happens now. right, let's automate this now. Two different automation points here. And if we go to 0 here, it'll turn it off. So let's see what it's doing. Then we can even automate the gate here. So shorten it, expand it. We can automate the swing. You have a lot of control over your arpeggio by using automation, automating all these different parameters here. You can automate the play range, play rate as well, so we can change the subdivision of our notes. It's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of cool, funky stuff and make a lot of great sounds with this tool. There's a lot of creative uses that you can do by automating these different parameters, and just, you know, just have some fun with it and just get crazy. If some of the transitions aren't sounding right, make sure you zoom in on the grid, check out your automation points, and just kind of drag them and make sure you have snap to grid enabled. Toggle snap, so that's N on your keyboard. Hit N, make sure that's on, and grab these automation points and then like just be zoomed in enough to see, and select them, grab them, make sure they're right on the grid. So that way, oops, undo that. That way your transitions will not sound weird, unless that's what you're going for, right? You might be going for kind of a weird sound, so that's something that you can do. So, you know, go through the different automations that you've done, you know, zoom in, you know, and just drag the stuff to the grid, and it will sound, you know, a lot smoother and a lot better. You won't get weird transitions in the middle of notes being played. You'll get it right at the beginning of the notes. So unless you want it to be changed in the middle of it being triggered, then you can do that. But yeah, so that is how you can have some fun with arpeggios in Studio One using automation. This is one of the things that I really like to have fun with in Studio One, is automating the arpeggiator, and it's a great tool. I definitely encourage you to have a lot of fun with this and play around with it and see what happens. I think you'll surprise yourself and create some really cool sounds. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Always appreciate feedback. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something interesting. Have a fantastic day. Until next time, thank you.